clean start for the Ctas Motorsport sidecars, and what a great field of sidecars. I think we had 15 on the screen there, maybe even a little bit more, because the screen might roll over here. 16 competitors out there on the circuit already. It's the Boss Engineering team, the Aprilia, number 12, Adam Unsworth and Bryce Rose out in the front there, and Barry Smith and Stu Dorr there in second place for Spike Taylor, yesterday's winner, and Kendall Dunlop in third place there with the Lawrence brothers there on the number 1 machine in fourth place. So the battles are going on. Had a problem with Tracy Bryan and Joe Mickelson on the other small Carl Cox machine yesterday in the rain. She went to wipe a visor and bumped the kill switch along this front straight. They did say it was an exciting race coming through the field to sort of reel in there, but already a commanding lead by that lead bike. But Spike Taylor's hunting down the number 1 machine. Number 1 current New Zealand champions Barry Smith from Palmerston North and Stu Dorr from Auckland. Stu used to passenger for Adam Unsworth for a number of years. In fact, Adam was racing back in the late 80s when I was racing in the early 90s, and a very hard charger back then. But Aprilia V4 just sounds so sweet, that number 12 machine. Also supported by, as well as Boss Engineering, Aprilia New Zealand, Repsol Oil, WFO, the catering company, Wheel Repairs to you, Motorartsy bought them some tyres and signs and engraving from Wanganui. But commanding lead already, and the battle is on there for second place. Watch the number 57, the first of the Formula 2 bikes going down there. Usually that would be Mark Halls and Jeff Davies, but they are, in fact I don't even see them out there. No, they didn't even start, so there's a problem for them, which is a shame, because they are running a New Zealand Formula 1 and Formula 2 championship. Up till recent years they've only had the Formula 1 because there hasn't been enough for a Formula 2 class, but they've decided to split them up now, and this is the first effective round of 4 rounds of the New Zealand, 5 rounds of the New Zealand Superbike Championship, but it's only 3 for the sidecars. Missing Taupo last weekend, and they're not going down the South Island. First round of the Superbike Championships in the South Island is the first weekend of January at Ruapuna Park. Then they go off to Terratonic Park in the south of the South Island, right down at the bottom of the world's most southern racetrack, and then up to Hampton Downs in early March, what we call the Motor Fest, which is also NZSBK, and then the final round at Taupo Motorsport Park. What do you reckon, Mr. Ritchie?
Yeah, no, she's fantastic stuff there. Some big names in sidecars here running the show. Spider, obviously, a man such as yourself, no stranger to these guys, but the team of Barry Smith and Stu Dorr there, they're tucked away in second place there. So they've got a bit of work to do to catch up to the legend Adam Unsworth and Bryce Rose on the swinging on the side there. So, no, a lot to love there. And then the Penrite powered Spike Taylor comfortably in third as well. So we'll see if Spike can give a real good challenge there for Barry, who's sitting in second at the moment. So awesome to see. And then just taking a look, so yes, as Spider mentioned, we did have the split classes, F1 and F2. So our first F2 competitor, Brian Stent and Dan Franzen, in 5th place overall. So they're on the Suzuki 600 powered sidecar. So that's the first of our F2s coming through as well. So good outing for them to be up in the middle of the pack there on the smaller size bike, Spider.
Yeah, they haven't done a lot of miles on this. Brian Stent is the current classic lap record holder at Wanganui with his sister Tracy, who's 2 places behind him. And Dan Frenzen's fiancé Joe Mickelson is sitting on that sidecar number 28 as well. But certainly some great racing out there. See Pete the Pirate's got past the number 57 machine. That came out of the hairpin, used the Superior's horsepower. Got a new mechanic on board, Dion Wheaton, who used to passenger for him a decade or so ago, and he's come back in doing the mechanicals, and Louise Blythe was passenger to Pete the Pirate on the number 111 machine. Former New Zealand champion. He used to be a POM, bought a couple of sidecars into New Zealand about 15 years ago, and he's always mucking around with sidecars and having a good time. Had a season off, but back out there in action. So we're going to see number 28 closing down on the number 57 machine. Can have a look to see how the lap times are going for those two when the screen rolls over. We've got a little bit of it's not a problem, it's just the screen rolls over when we've got a big field. So where are we going? Number 57 is running round at a 1:35 or 1:35.088. So only 0.003 of a second separating those two. It certainly looked to me like the number 28 machine was closing down, but just 0.003 of a second. How even is that? Both teams' sidecars prepared by the same sort of crew of people. There's a bit of a blend there, but it's great. Formula 2, we call them the short bikes. They've got the engine underneath, as we see number 55, Peter Dowman doing a bit of grass tracking coming out of turn 3, and something going on there. Peter's got Number 55 is Peter's got Michael or Lucy Dowman. I think it might be Michael on board at this time. The passengers seem to do everything right. It was just run a little bit right over the ripple strip and then into the thing. Carl Cox, mate, a world famous DJ, puts a lot of money and motivation into the New Zealand sidecar racing scene. It's great to have him on board as a sponsor. Also sponsors the Carl Cox Motorsport, and he's a DJ from the UK who's got millions and millions and millions. One of his YouTube things has got something like 30 million looks on there. World famous DJ and a lovely guy. I've been in the commentary box with him before, and I've never seen anyone so passionate and so excited about things from the commentary box position. Carl, thank you. I hope you're watching somewhere. You're either watching live or he also lives a lot in Australia, got a house in Picton, and a lot of his motor vehicles over here. Does drag racing as well, got a huge collection of motorcycles, and very much behind the Isle of Man as well, and supports Tim Reeves at the World Championships and the Isle of Man, and a major sponsor of Michael Dunlop at the Isle of Man TT and other Irish road races. So Carl Cox, his music is addictive. I went to his one of his gigs in Wanganui one night, and I just couldn't believe it. I hadn't heard that sort of music loud, and I could just see, and it's just I sort of into his music, but I was thinking I wanted to go along. It was boxing night, but I'm glad I did, because to see a world-class entertainer like that, it was just stunning. Great battle going on down the centre straight. I think that's Spike Taylor. Now, Spike should be further down the back. He should be coming onto the front straight by now. What's happened to Spike Taylor? We've got another machine that looks like it's pulling out. Yep, that looks like maybe number 18, which is Tim Wallen. And Greg Bentley, they're pulling off the front straight. So let's look out. The lead bike is coming in and gone out of a hip, and the second bike, number 1, is Barry Smith and Stu Dorr. They're in and out of the hip, and there's Spike Taylor on the number 17 machine. There's 2 Penrite machines out there. That's what I was getting confused at. And here we got the Lawrence brothers in 4th place there. Chris and Richie Lawrence. They've been around sidecar racing since the 80s. I think they started on a little wee Suzuki GS 750. Chris has actually written a book, and it's well worth getting if you want to see him in the pits. So $25 a copy. He's written, he's done 100 and he's done another 100, and he said, that's it, I'm not going to do any more after that. Well worth the read. A very good story, and of his life and travels on sidecars, his health issues. He's had a kidney transplant. He got a kidney from his brother some years ago. He was down to 16% kidney function, so his brother stepped on one of the tables next to him. They chopped a bit out of him, chopped a bit in there, and I don't know what happened to the leftover kidney. Maybe we enjoyed a steak and kidney pie, but his story is quite amazing. Here's number 55 goes through the infield. Peter Dowman, he was down the Southern Classic Festival in Timaru. He's about to get lapped. Number 21, Nagel, Damien Nagel with Andy Scrivener. And Andy's about 9 times New Zealand sidecar champion as a driver, and he's had a bit of a dabble in passengering, so he's out there on board that number 21 machine. The Heifer Lump Racing, they call it there, Richie.
Yeah, no, it's awesome to see, and great to have so much sidecar knowledge here in the booth, Spider. Awesome to have the stories behind these guys. It's a really passionate part of our motorsport. These guys really get in behind it. But taking a look at your top 3, it's Spike Taylor in 3rd place. He's swinging with Kendall Dunlop. Barry and Stu are in 2nd place, and it's still the Adam Unsworth show who's taking a convincing lead now, as last time he passed the timing mark, 6.8 second gap, so we'll see if he's increased on that, or have Barry and Stu closed that gap. So he's just come through now. Adam Unsworth still holding the best time of the day as well. And so once we see the timing roll over, we'll take a look at that gap between 1st and 2nd, and only 5.6 seconds now. So Barry and Stu, they're climbing back into it, Spider.
Yeah, I haven't actually looked to see who's got their pit boards out, and that team out the front, it's a good idea to get a run and get a bit of a buffer, and then sort of conserve your tyres and your energy and that sort of thing. The problem with that is concentration can lapse, and with the concentration comes the adrenaline. If you're just out there just circulating, it can quite hard. But there will be a few lappers to deal with. We've got the big team of the number 18 machine. No, it's the other number 16. Sorry, Michael Walland and Isaac Taylor. They're on the Penrite machine going down the back straight with Dave MacArthur on 67. Dave's got a new swinger, Josh Keeling. They're having a good old battle down that back straight, and this is the other Penrite machine that I was talking about earlier. It's good to see Dave MacArthur who's taken up sprint cars, but he's also very passionate about sidecars and doing another season. Well-known photographer Doug Corns used to passenger on this, but decided it was time to take a break from the sport there, Brad Ritchie.
Yes, thank you, Spider. So just confirming, Adam Unsworth setting the fastest pace again with a 1:12.82. So it looks like Barry and Stu hot on his tail, but still with a good bit of margin there. And now Adam will be coming into a bit of lap traffic as he comes into the infield, leading up to the hairpin. So he's got a couple of sidecars here. So a good opportunity for Barry and Stu to make up a bit of margin there, but it looks like Adam and his swinger Bryce are making short work of the lappers on the infield, Spider.
Yeah, we all know the lappers are holding their own. That's what they're supposed to do, just don't change anything, but we all know that it can be the make or break, and it can work either way. One thing is you get a bit of a surprise sometimes when when you go past the lead bike or something goes past the lapper, and then they can sort of decide to do something different and maybe block the people in behind. But all I see today is good, tidy racing, good, clean racing. We will be representing the Jock Taylor Memorial Trophy, something that's been around sidecar racing since the early 80s, 1983. That went missing since about 2006, but we've got that for the final race of the day. Ended up in Australia, and about 2 or 3 years ago it got repatriated to New Zealand, so they will be racing for the former world champion Jock Taylor Memorial Trophy. The sponsor, Cyril Trollope, of them, he had a daughter in Martin that used to come out each year and present the trophy at Manfeild here, so it's good to have that trophy back here at its home track, and we'll be interested to see who's going to win that. But right now on the pace, it's got to be Adam Unsworth and Bryce Rose as the favourites. Number 16 getting lapped there. Here comes number 1. They've got to pass a couple of lappers. That is the bike in second place, Barry Smith and Stu Dorr, and they're going round the outside of Dave MacArthur and Josh Keeling on the 67 machine and out of the hairpin. They'll make no problem of eating up that gap down the centre straight and getting past Michael Wallen. Bert, we call him. Bert was one of the men that cooked the Sidecar Association feed last night in the pits, a tradition of the Suzuki International Series at the Manfeild round to have that feed. So it was a good feed too, and a good chance to catch up and have a few beers. Great to be camping in Manfeild. Absolutely sensational to be back camping in Manfeild. The spirit in the pits was very much alive last night, and a couple of bottles of spirits as well. 28 goes through the start-finish line. There is the checkered flag for the 10-lap race for Adam Unsworth and Bryce Rose. Nowhere near lap record time, but the lap record was set by 6 times and now 7 times world champion Tim Reeves. And he just came out here, and just the gear he had, the way he was, 6 or 7 times world champion, just blistered the field. I think he knocked about 7 seconds off the lap record. It'd be nice to actually go and find out what the interim lap record is and see how the boys and girls are on the pace. Quite a few ladies out there. We've got the all-female team 28, which is Tracy Bryan and Joe Mickelson. We've got Kendall Dunlop swinging and Louise Blythe as well. She's on the side of the 111 machine, Pete the Pirate, on the machine that features 3 bones there, been called the Pirate for a number of years. Is that the Loddon Hales team parked up on the infield of the National Driver Training Centre, Turn 7? It looks like the blue of that parked up. The Lawrence brothers going through, and I think they've taken 4th place here indeed, and there's Pete the Pirate and Louise Blythe coming through there for 5th place. Thank you, Carl Cox, for your support, your enthusiasm, supplying some of the machinery, and they also sponsor the Carl Cox Highest Sun Cup, which is very, very strong up at the Hampton Downs racetrack. They're getting 40 bikes on the grid, and he's been doing that for a number of years, and a great breeding ground for people to learn their skills on the slower bikes and get into the New Zealand Superbike Championship level. A lot of people have gone from that Carl Cox Motorsport class into some bigger things further down the line, and absolutely amazing battles all the way through as we see the lead bikes come into the pits there. That was quite entertaining there, Mr. Ritchie.
It certainly was, Spider. We'd expect nothing less from the sidecars as well. So just to recap those results, fastest time out there from Adam Unsworth and Bryce Rose. They're your race winners with a best lap time of 1:12 and 0.82. And then second place, Barry Smith and Stu Dorr, and Spike Taylor and Kendall Dunlop are winding out your top 3. So with no further ado, we'll take it down to Neil down at pit lane to have a chat with our podium.
Well, here we go. As soon as the crews come back, and for some of the other ones behind the scene, they're quickly getting some covers off here. They are doing some tyre checks and heat tests already, so great to see. And down here ready with our number ones, and we'll take an opportunity. Still looking to get our 3 combo in here with Spike on board. So Adam to look out for, Barry on board as well. So these guys to take an opportunity. The world of Formula One sidecars, pretty impressive to say the least. Here we go. Look, folks, you can get to see it firsthand, something that normally might be back in the pit shed, that you can get an idea of these impressive LCRs, and there's the engine all racked up and stacked up inside it, and looking at all the work that goes on. Yeah, nice bit of support out here with our Bert and Master Reed. Yeah, where does all that come from? Right, and the team as well, so pretty darn cool to see. So, here we are. Let's have we're going to have the they'll have an opportunity to do another podium on that one. So pretty darn cool to see here with Kendall and Spike on board. So both of them never grow up. I love that. That is Spike Taylor to a T. So well done, long lost friend, matey. How are you still doing it? How's that going?
Yeah, mate, still having a go, eh? You got to keep going, I guess.
Yeah, indeed. Tell us about the card. It's looking beautiful.
Yeah. Good sponsorship from Penrite and Kiwi Bike Motorcycle Insurance. It's an older LCR with a standard Suzuki K8 in it. I got my Kendall on the back. She is just awesome, isn't she?
Yeah.
I mean, I run a bit of puff, of course, you know, being the athlete I am. But yeah, we just got to bring it home, keep some points.
Well done, Spikey. Cool stuff moving around. Hello, Kendall. All's well?
How are you, Turbo? Good?
Yeah, thank you. Good. What's it like swinging for Spike?
It's awesome. Yep, absolutely love it. It's it gels really well. He's such a smooth rider. Honestly, it makes my life easy. It's a privilege.
Nice words. So well done. All right, oh man, I tell you, we've got the team all lined up here. Sorry, just butting in here, guys, as we make a conversation. First of all, Stu, look at the camaraderie here. Stu, good ride, mate?
Yeah, not too bad. We've had issues all weekend with the motor. Still got a few technical little problems going on, but, you know, that's just the way it rolls. We'll rebound from this and have another race this afternoon.
Well done, we will indeed. Barry, this must be frustrating for you with a capital F.
Yeah, so we've issues all week. Still got an issue even now, so to finish second was quite a result, really, to be honest.
Well done, thank you, guys. All right, where we gone? We've gone. Adam's over here. Where's Bryce? Here's Bryce. So an opportunity here, Bryce. First of all, on the back of a champion again. How's it feeling?
Oh, very cool, mate. 20 months worth of preparation by my team. It paid off, mate. We just podiumed. First time for a Aprilia New Zealand title. I haven't got any more words. Just thank you to everyone. Thank you very much.
Well done. Beautiful words. Feel the emotion. How's that? As we catch Adam over here? Yes, indeed. Taking this Aprilia to another whole level. First of all, nice to see you. Cool. Hey, long lost friends, we're back in. And you're back to first place. How you feeling?
Oh, mate, that was amazing. What a race. Yeah, I just couldn't believe we got such a ripper of a start. You know, but, what can I say? This Aprilia engine's just fantastic, you know, and I've been fortunate enough just to have a visit to the factory in Noale just a few weeks ago, so it's given me a bit of extra inspiration, you know. But hey, look, before I just want to pay a massive thanks to our team, and you know, Vince, Carl, and Wayne. You know, they work with Spike, you know, and Bryce in our absence. So you know, a massive thanks has to go out to them, and also to Richard and Alan, that they also help out as well, and you know, we can't get results like this without their help. So
beautiful word. Thank you, Adam. Hey, all behind us. F2s, got the F2s over here. Let's see if we can squeeze over here for the F2s and see where we are. Pete, come on through, mate. Come on through here. You can hear through quicker than you can. Thank you, Pete. We'll just have an opportunity to catch up with the rider in each of these cases. First of all, Pete, hey, this is sidecar racing to another whole level.
Oh, yeah, it sure is. It's bloody enjoyable, though, I tell you. We had a bit of a near miss in the infield there, but we got away with it and come away with a third in our class. That's bloody awesome. Thanks, Lucy, again for such a great job.
All right, there is the compliment, Lucy. What's it like to swing? Now, all the other girls out there that are female competitors, what would you say to them about giving sidecars a go?
I say go for it. It's bloody lot of fun. It's not as scary as people think it is, but yeah, it's great.
Great fun. Yeah, well done. Thank you. That's all right. Still picking up. Here's the family. Here's the family back here with Team Stent. And where are we? Where are we? Oh, yeah, we've got Tracy over here. Oh, we've got the whole team, Joe as well. Tracy, first of all. Pretty cool. Your brother's beaten you. Come on.
I know, he's a bit older and wiser, I think, but I'm learning from the best, obviously. So, yeah, there's a few more races to come. We'll see how we go.
There we go. Well done. Where's Joe? Oh, Joe's over here, Joe. Fun to be swinging.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We've been chomping at the bit to get out there all weekend, so now we've got perfect race conditions for it, and a good bit of fun with my fiance and Tracy's brother.
Yeah, very much so, very much so. Your fiance. Oh, doesn't it sound nice? Let's go straight to the fiance. Do you hear that? Do you hear that? You were put on the spot. Is it good? Is it good to beat her?
Oh, you know, I can't say that.
Yeah.
There may be some trouble at home tonight, but we'll see.
Hey, fine, mate, we've just done, what have we done? 12 people here. It's more than that for our podium. Stenty, you're beating your long-time sister, eh?
Yeah, it was always on the cards, eh, mate?
On the cards.
Yeah. Happy. Great job from Dan. Excellent job. First time, second race on the bike, so nice. Yeah, very good.
Cool, well done. That's our whole sidecar fraternity. How about that? So fantastic. 12 competitors there.